Hello, welcome to another episode of T Vlogs. I'm excited that you're here with me today. Thank you all for watching. So this has just been a vlog that I talk about stuff that I want to get off my mind, and that's going on with me behind the scenes. So today, I've been wanting to record this vlog for about 2 weeks, and we've been traveling, and I just needed a little bit of time to calm down before I recorded it. And today there are no fucks to be given and no filter to be had. So I want to share a story with you all about my life years ago and how, I'm just going to share the story first because it's a pretty big deal. So when I was going to college here in Mississippi, I was going to a community college, and I had gotten a scholarship from my high school director who moved to the college and said, "Hey, I'd love for you to come. I think we have something really great here. We've got a show choir." It was like Glee before Glee was Glee. That's how old I am. Anyway, we did this show choir, and he said, "I want you to be, in the show choir instead of on the crew," which was the people that did all the behind the scenes stuff. So I finally came to the realization, okay, I'll do the show choir. And it was a tiny town in Goodman, Mississippi, and, they had a service station, and I think like 2 service stations and maybe 1 local restaurant. So it was very small. And at the time, it was myself, my younger brother, and a bunch of other kids that I knew, and we were all black, right? And so there was, a chunk of us that were black, and then some of the white kids that were coming from, their other small towns to be in this thing called The Connection. And we were a singing, dancing group. And there was so much backlash because they didn't want the black boys to dance with the white girls. And this is in the early 2000s, okay? So this is not, I'm not old enough for this to be the 40s or 50s or early 60s or anything. And there was so much backlash. And so it created this huge thing of us just really, sticking together as a group, and our director saying, basically, fuck them. We're going to show them how talented we are, how awesome we are, how great we are. And we did. We did a really great job, but we shook things up. It was like they'd never seen interracial people dance together, and it was a big deal for them. And, there was a lot of backlash in the dean of the school at the time threw out a whole lot of derogatory words about us. So I'll let you guys guess what those were. And why are you letting those dance? And are you letting those, they're going to steal stuff. They're going to do all of this. I mean, it was a really horrible experience. And I remember going to one of the girls' houses that we were in this group with, and her grandfather was a minister. And he was so nice to our faces, and he was so kind, and he was, can I get you anything else? All of that, right? And then when we left, and word got back to us, it was like, why are you hanging out with those, to insert, you guys get it. I'm pretty sure he's smart enough to get it. So, I thought about that. And I think about, he was a minister, and how people use God to be hateful. If you know anything about me, my dad is a minister. And I grew up going to church, and my dad's dad is a minister, and my uncles are ministers, and my aunts are ministers. And so I grew up in a big, Christian household. And I never understood that. If you come to my parents' house, they will ask you 3 questions. How are you? Are you hungry? Can I get you anything else? They don't ask you if you're gay. They don't ask you, how much money you have. They don't ask you anything other than, what can I do to be of service to you? And I'm so mad when people use God and they say they're following the Bible to be hateful towards people that are minority groups of any sort. I get so mad about this that I'm in tears because this is such a big deal to me. When my message of music is love and equality, and people can sit around and they can say, I believe in God and I believe in the Bible, and they missed the whole part about Jesus being with people that were different from him and being loving and kind and respectful to everybody. So let me say this. If you are one of those people that is disrespectful towards gay people and you use the Bible to be hateful, and you use the Bible to be hateful to anybody that's different from you, shame on you. Shame on you for thinking that you are better than anybody else and that you can use your word of God to be bigger or better than anybody else. I am disgusted. I am upset. And the way around that is to call people out and say, you are not living by the Bible and being compassionate and loving towards people when you use it to say, you're going to hell, and if you will just be straight, then things would be okay. It's the same thing, and people don't see it. It's the same thing as racism. And you may say, I'm not racist, I'm not prejudiced, I'm just following the word of God. And if your word of God, your interpretation is to be an asshole, then you maybe need to reread the word of God. And I don't identify as a person that is a Christian. I believe in God, yes, but I don't believe in this foundational thing of being mean to people and saying, if I just live in this way, then I'm gonna be a better version of a human than anybody else. So I come here today to just say that, and to leave you guys with some words, because I'm really pissed about this. I'm really pissed when people use the Bible to justify being an asshole. Don't be a fucking asshole. Just don't be an asshole. Figure out ways to not be an asshole. And don't throw God in it, because my dad is a minister and he is one of the kindest, most gentle, loving people that I've ever met. And he has never said, if any of my gay friends has walked in the house, he's never said, they're going to hell, let me pray for them extra because they're horrible. He's never said that. So don't you use the word to be an asshole and to be judgmental and to be prejudiced towards anybody. And that's where I'm signing off today on T Vlogs. I'm doing a whole album about female empowerment and people speaking their truth, and I had to get this off my chest today. Don't even try it. Don't try it. Hope you have a good day.